Hello everybody, I just wanted to do a really quick YouTube video here that I could post online and stuff like that. Just doing a quick introduction, and we're going to flip through and I'll show you a little bit of my first art book. This is The Art of Jonathan Rector, Volume 1. Right now, it's currently available through INDY Planet, and there's a link to that through my site, jonathanrector.com, but I'll definitely include a link as well in the show notes here right underneath the YouTube video. There is going to be new ways to be able to pick up the book in the next, I don't know, we'll say 2 to 3 months, but right now, the only way to pick it up is through indyplanet.com. You do have to make an account for that site, and I apologize for making anybody that's really interested in picking it up have to jump through so many hoops just to get this done. But on the other side, there is a lot of really cool independent books on INDY Planet, and I really don't think the shipping goes up if the more books you order. So if you wanted to check out a lot of awesome work that a lot of other people are working on, I definitely check it out. But yeah, so there's that. Now a little information before we start flipping through real quick is this is a 248-page black and white book. It's collecting all my artwork, some of the stuff that, a lot of the work that I like since around 2005 and 6, all the way up to 2010. There's a lot of work that's been published through here that I have on my website, as well as I try to include work that isn't seen online. So there's a little bit more, a little extra reason to pick it up. There's about, I'll say about 40 pages of covers and illustration and pinup work, 60 to 70 pages of comic book work, which we'll show you in a second here, and there's about 130 pages of concept and sketches. So yeah, let's jump into the meat and potatoes. Let's take a look. So this got printed through KA-BLAM. And anybody wanted to check out that site, that's KA-BLAM.com. I'll include a link into the show notes for you guys as well. Basically, they're a print-on-demand service allowing people like myself and other creators that, can't necessarily go through ways of publishing books the old school way or in mass amounts. Most printers, they look for printing books in bulk, like at least 100 copies, 500 copies, 1,000 copies, and that's a lot of investment. And if there's a lot of people, that not only do we not have a lot of money to do this stuff, but being able to sell that amount of work, it's pretty tough when you're just starting to, dip your feet into creating your own work and trying to get noticed that way. So, very cool site. Check that out. And if you have any books, definitely toss them up there. Send me a link, a private message. I love to check out people's work as well. So yeah, we'll just I'll quickly just flip through here, and then I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'll just try to go slow here so we can see what's going on. And again, the introduction stuff here. This is mostly the illustration and cover work that I've done over the years. I'm trying to include some things like this I thought would be really fun for people that enjoy art books. I get a kick out of this as seen out of other people's art books, where they'll show like things like this would have been what I sent the client. And this project here is actually Jamie Gamble. We're working on a comic book project right now, a superhero one called Hero Code. And this was done for a poster, an illustration, and a cover. So I would send him things like this where it would be a rough idea of some thumbnails that I was thinking of for the layout of the cover. And once we went back and forth, I think we ended up going with, if I can see, it's number 2 here. And then I would send him just another tightened up sketch, just so we can start solidifying things, making things look good. And then in the next page here, we would have, this would be what the finished pencils look like. And then I digitally ink them there. And it just, I'm a big fan of showing things from start to finish. And a lot of concept work and cover work, get that quite a bit. This here is a project, Cord and Harley, that I worked on as well. I think you can pick that up through arcanastudios.com or arcanacomics.com. Again, some more pinup work here. And, I'm not going to go in here and talk about every single project that I've worked on for these guys. Okay, here we're starting up with the comic stuff. And what's really cool here is some of this stuff, like these things, I digitally inked, but there is going to be raw pencils for most of these pages. They don't have the speech balloons, and they're not necessarily chronologically ordered for the comic pages that were for each said project. I just wanted to include some of the favorite pages that I like that I worked on, and if you're interested in this stuff, send me a little message and I'll lead you where you can pick up the actual book once they're in print there. and this would be some of the stuff I was talking about, where it's in the raw pencils there. And I'm a big fan of looking at this kind of stuff. I try to include a lot of things in the art book that I like when I pick up other art books, and I definitely, you know, actually having this in my hands now, it feels like a really good accomplishment to have this kind of stuff. And it really gets you jonesed and juiced to make more content, you know, make more books and things like that. So any of you other guys that are checking out my videos, I know I get messages every now and then from people talking about this kind of thing. You know, do your best work that you can, and try to release it, especially with these print-on-demand services. I think it's a pretty low entry cost, and I think the rewards are phenomenal. But anyway, let's keep going here. We're about halfway through the book. Now we're going to start jumping into some of the concept art. A lot of this here, this is personal use, things for like my own personal ideas and comic book stories, and some illustration work. There is some client work in here, but most of the concept stuff is done for just me. You know, something like this kind of stuff I would do at work, when I would work at my day job on a lunch break or something, you know, and kind of refine it when I got home a little bit. And this right here is some of the concept art I did for the Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition role-playing game. And that's basically like a tabletop, you know, like a Dungeons and Dragons, but for superheroes. And that was a really great project. Really talented people that I got to jump along with on that. Let's see if I didn't miss anything here. And here's the Mighty Mustache character that I'll be making a comic book. This will probably be my first, I guess, debut comic. It sounds so tacky saying that, but you know, something that I started from beginning to end, right from the script stage all the way to finishing it up. And I'll be making a little bit more noise about that guy. And again, that's the Mighty Mustache. Yep, so we still got more concept work, and some of you guys may notice this, some of the guys that go to my website, that I post on the blog and stuff. And this is concept work right here. This might be something a little bit more traditional that you see in video games, where they're designing characters and costumes and things like that. Designing weapons, and this stuff is a really, you know, you grab a cup of coffee, you sit down with something like this, right here on the right there, just a body type, and go, okay, I'm going to make a soldier, you know, somebody like Snake from Metal Gear Solid or something, and then you just spend the next hour, 2 hours just quickly designing costumes. I don't know, it's really relaxing, and it really gets you thinking, you know. It's a good way to start the day, get your mindset in the right way, so you can start hammering out some quality work. Try to speed this up here. And this here is all concept work for another current project that I'm working on, another superhero book called The Standard. And you guys can check out thestandardcomic.com, where John Lee's the writer. He's posting every Monday to Friday, basically giving the character a little bit of life, you know, like that he actually existed and he was alive. And I got some concept work up there as well, but it's a really cool story, a really cool website as well. Recommend checking that out. I really don't know what else there is to say. You know, got some painting work in here that I did in Photoshop, some character work, again some loose sketches and designs. We're almost towards the end here, and I thought it'd really be cool too to show like a quick video, obviously to announce that the book's available now, but as well as to show you basically everything that's in the book. You know, I'm a big, unless it's a comic book or something where you don't want to reveal the story or that little twist at the end, you know, especially with an art book. Personally, I've gone online and bought art books, and maybe they flip through 10 pages or something, and you know, you never get a real good feeling of what's inside. So I really wanted to just quickly flip through this, so anybody that is interested, you can see exactly what you're getting. And that about wraps it up. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it. And if you're going to pick it up, thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you can pick it up at Indie Planet for now. And like I said at the beginning of the video, over the next few months, I'm going to try my best to get a digital download available. I'm looking into Canadian printers to try to get the cost down so that I don't have to, you know, ask a phenomenal rate for shipping to send it to people. But if you do live in the U.S., especially in the U.S., Indie Planet and KA-BLAM, they're actually located in the States, so the shipping is very reasonable. And for all my friends overseas and anybody else here in Canada, I'll do my best to try to get something available to you guys with a little bit less of the shipping damage that's going on. But thanks again for watching. Take care, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.